It's a great place to coach. The people of Lafayette and Acadiana have been outstanding and very supportive of our program, and they love basketball here. They love athletics. They love the Raging Cajuns. So it's been a great place to coach, and came here after 12 years at Sam Houston State, where we had a lot of success there in the Southland Conference, and coached college basketball for 30 years. It's time of year for basketball, and football season's coming to a conclusion here, and crowds will start coming out and really supporting basketball. Last year they were tremendous. We led our league in attendance for conference games and for non-conference games, and we're looking for a big crowd for tonight's game and the rest of the season. We have been inconsistent offensively. One game will look really good and share the basketball and make shots, and the next game we can't make a layup. So we have to shoot the basketball and make shots to get where we want to be offensively. But we do like to run and get up and down the floor, and we've got some depth. We have some inside guys who can run the floor. So that's our first opportunity, is to get down the floor and get a good shot at the basket, a high percentage shot. If not, we're going to pull it out and reverse it and use multiple cuts and screens to get a good look at the basket. We learned under Gene Iba taught me how to coach defense, and it goes back to Mr. Iba, back to Oklahoma A&M days, won back-to-back championships, and he certainly was a defensive guy, and man-to-man defense is what we've spent the majority of our time on. We will change defenses on occasion, but we want to keep the pressure on and try to make the opposing team uncomfortable on the offensive end. We've got a good group. We're really good on the perimeter defensively. Ramon Andrews is one of the top defensive guards in our league and gives a great effort every night there. And we've got a guy, Kadeem Colby, this year that we didn't have in the past, that is leading the league in block shots, and certainly does a good job. He blocked 8 in his first collegiate game against Northern Arizona out in San Francisco's tournament. So he's got the capability of blocking a lot of shots. Well, Middle Tennessee is very physical also, and they do a great job. They're number 1 in our league in field goal percentage defense. We're number 2, and that's the way that game shook down. It was a low-scoring game, 1-point game with 5 minutes to go, and both teams were really making the other team uncomfortable on offense, like we just spoke about. And we did a good job guarding their 3-point shooters. They were 1 for 11 from 3. And earlier this season, they were 10 for 11 from 3 at UCLA. So, and a big win they had for them in our conference. But it was a physical game, and one that we weren't able to make enough shots. We got some good looks, but we didn't make enough shots, and didn't make enough free throws also. Didn't get enough free throw attempts to stay in that game at the end. But they're playing extremely well. We played a tough ball game against Western Kentucky on Thursday night, won in overtime, and then we're able to go to Middle Tennessee, who was 14-2, and have them on the ropes down the stretch, and they persevered and finished the game better than we did, and therefore they won. Well, we want to involve everyone. We bring these guys here to get an education, and certainly to help our basketball team win. And we want to use guys that work hard in practice and can contribute. We think everybody has accepted their role on this team and knows what they can bring, and different games require different lineups and different situations, and we tell the guys to be prepared, and when their number's called, to step in and help our group, and that's what they've done. Coach Arrow is a very good basketball coach, known him for a long, long time, and he certainly will bring toughness. They'll compete, be good defensively. They're going to be good offensively. They got a young man in the middle, Augustine Rubitz, preseason player of the year in our league, was a freshman of the year last year, and he's quite a basketball player inside. This past weekend, we crossed throughout the league. There were some low-scoring games in the 40s and 50s and 60s. And this game potentially could be in the 70s or 80s. We'll have to see if teams make shots. I know both teams will play extremely hard, and we just want to make one more basket than they do. We need to continue to be good defensively on the perimeter and not allow a lot of three-point shots. Also, we need to take care of the basketball offensively, make sure we get good shots, and we need to rebound the basketball, especially on the defensive end. We got to do a better job of blocking out and not giving second opportunities to Augustine Rubit and Javier Carter, the other guys that South has on their front line. Kadeem Colby and Darshawn McClellan will be in there for the most part. Also J.J. Thomas, and we'll mix it up. They're going to go to him quite a bit, and we certainly don't want to get in foul trouble, but we have to limit his touches if we can in the paint, because if he catches it deep, he's quite a load, and he's going to be able to get the ball in the basket or get to the free throw line.